So an analogy of the religionist to a person who seeks relationship. Religionists, in effect, use statistics. They use what works. And we all know what they say about statistics. You can use statistics to prove anything. And I think that's shown every day, because both sides of every position show themselves or prove themselves through statistics. So, for instance, you can say, sometimes 80% of this proves that 100%. You say, what? This sounds ridiculous. That sounds silly. But that's basically what they're saying, is they come to a conclusion because they believe something. And if you would just believe it like it's true, some of the times 100%, at least 80% of it is. I know it sounds nonsensical, but I'm trying to prove a point, as opposed to when you seek God with all your heart, you simply go to the source, and the source informs you. And it's not a matter of, do you know how many people believe like I do? You know how few people believe like you do? Do you know what an idiot you are according to 90% of scientists? Do you know what a moron you are according to 100% of Catholics? That no longer means anything. It no longer means anything, but it means everything in the religious, carnal world of church and traditional religion, or religious carnal world of secularism. So then religion, whether it's secular or ostensibly God-based, goes in a circular way as to something like this. It sounds like this. It's like, don't you know what R.C. Sproul said? No, what did R.C. Sproul say? R.C. Sproul said, Constantine said, blah, 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 blah. So it just, it becomes this echo chamber that begins and ends with itself, as opposed to beginning with God and ending with God, which is where the only truth can be found. It's the same way in the secular world. Don't you know what Christopher Hitchens said? No, what did Christopher Hitchens say? He said that Darwin said, and it's all the same junk. It's all the same old mess. It's not people being accountable for themselves and finding out the answers for themselves, as though they couldn't unless they devoted their life, like Dr. Leakey or some anthropologist or some archaeologist or some religionist, some holy man, some monk. No, the Creator is accessible to everyone. Seek for Him with all your heart. You'll get the answers. You don't need a mediator, because you already have one. The man Christ Jesus, the only mediator between God and man.